You are welcome once again to the Guru's perspective on the blame game in Nigeria, why Nigeria is destroying speedily. This is part 2. In this episode 2, what are we going to look at? The blame game continues. Nigeria descended so low that sometimes they will not say this while they are in office. After leaving office, the minister will be revealing to us that the president, this is his character, that is his character. One told us very, very recently that President Muhammadu Buhari will never ask of you if you don't go there to the cabinet for 4 years. Meaning, you as his minister will do what you are doing. He will never ask of you unless he sees you in the cabinet. Oh, he will never ask of you that, how far are you going with this thing? Another one told us, Fashola, senior advocate of Nigeria, former governor of Lagos, told us that once Buhari trusts you and he gives you responsibility, he abdicates. Supervision of the responsibility to give it to you is not part of his character. Rotimi Amechi emphasized something. Then there is this House of Representatives from Kazari in Bauchi State, who told us that all Buhari will ask you, is this what you think Allah would approve? Then all you need to say is, well, lie to lie. Okay. Then Buhari will not look at you. These are blame game. But this normally will come after the tenure when they would have left office. Let us see what is happening today. The supplementary budget of 2.17 trillion that President Bola Tinubu took to the National Assembly. And the National Assembly speedily approves it. I wouldn't know because I don't have it on authority now, equipped with information. Either the yacht, with the House of Representatives yank out of the budget and add that 5 billion for purchase of yacht to school fees education fund, so as to increase it from 5 billion to 10 billion, the loan that is meant for students, for Nigerian students. Now, the House of Representatives yanked it off and added that 5 billion to the loan, education fund loan of 5 billion to make it 10 billion. Why the Senate went ahead approving the 5 billion meant for the yacht as it is to be paid for the yacht. Let us look at that. This was not the first time that the Nigerian Navy, under the Ministry of Defense collectively, will be bringing that. It was brought under President Olusegun Obasanjo. Olusegun Obasanjo look at it. He marked it with his head. No. What do I need a yacht for? Who will ever need a yacht with all these problems confronting Nigeria? And don't forget, that was the time he was fighting tooth and nail to move Nigeria out of the debtor countries of the world. So Obasanjo said he put his Bible to paper. He said, this money should now be used to repair everything that will be fighting equipment in the defense sector. Then, years later, the matter was presented to President Musa Yar'Adua, who did not have time enough. Then, years later, the same Navy brought the same yacht matter to Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan was just looking through it. Then he said, no, this one, we cannot expect. Who would ever need, is yacht the problem of Nigeria now, the position where that type of lawsuit, is what we are going for? He now said that they should convert the money to purchase fighting equipment, that is both guns and for the efforts at the Nigerian Navy. They did it. And all this, the previous people, Buhari condemned. Every APC member said PDP ran Nigeria for the number of years, the 60 years back. But when this same yacht matter now was brought to President Buhari, you know what he did? Of course, I really don't think that the man had time to read all those things. And of course, revelations as we have them now tells us that he doesn't have the time to read. Don't forget his short interview by Cadirat, the owner of Radio Now, before the 2019 general election. It was Yemi Osinbajo, the vice president, that was answering every question for President Buhari. Because President Buhari would say, what did he say? Vice president would say, I will answer that question. It came to a point that woman, a former graduating journalist with the BBC, now said that, allow him to answer now. He heard me. He could answer this. Allow him. So a man like that will not be able to read everything totally. So when the yacht came to Buhari approved it to be purchased. Either you know what yacht is or not, he would have known, because as a top officer, Major General of the Nigerian Army, he would have traveled all the Navy, everything all over the world. Then it was this yacht again that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu added to the supplementary budget that has now been approved by the National Assembly. Let us ask ourselves a simple question. If you, President Bola Tinubu, is telling us now that you inherited a wrecked economy, you inherited very, very bad. Your wife went to the church and told the whole world that my husband is not a magician. What he inherited could have only been a magician to turn around. So they should give return. Akpabio said, what we inherited from the previous government, they now keep saying previous government, but because they are not supposed not to measure after 8 years of PDP. Will they still measure PDP again? Then Adas Oshiomhole told us the recklessness with which APC, the previous government, dealt with the Nigerian society. So, yet had passed over 5 billion in the society that is dying. 5 billion in the society that is commanding height of inflation rate that has climbed above 24%. 5 billion in a country that people cannot live on 65,000 naira minimum wage and increase per day. In a country that a bag of rice has become 65,000 naira. In a country that 2,000 naira cannot go to the market and bring anything out, except the few that are the executive and the 109 plus 300 something that are making this. Now yacht had coming, and the blame game is continuing. Now let us see a country that is dying 164 million to purchase a car, and you are purchasing that car for 109 people, all in the name of being senator. You are purchasing another 140 million for 360 something or 360 something members of House of Representatives in that country. And a member of the Senate, a senator, city senator, had told us that the one Land Cruiser and one Prado for the House of Representatives member and the senator, that each minister of the federal government under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, each minister, they have about 5 Prado each. And the assistants, the personal assistant to those ministers are riding Prado. Then the minister, they have Land Cruiser plus Prado in this country, that people are dying. Where do you think we will land eventually at the end of the day? Why we are driving speedily by this master driver? Today, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is driving us like that. The blame game continues. It's the previous government. When shall we have a government that will stand the gap and do something for Nigeria? The Guru Sasa.